In today's video, we're going to talk about lending and borrowing over on the Navi protocol. You can literally do 40% on your stables and do it with free money. Now, I do want to say this isn't just applicable to the Navi protocol or the SUI blockchain. You can do this on any blockchain with any asset. And what I really hope we pull away from this is just the fundamental strategy. Now, there will be a part 2, but you do have to request it. In part 1, we're going to talk more stablecoin returns and like really safe returns. You can't go wrong doing this. And in part 2, we're going to talk about how you can start leveraging and going long on SUI or jumping over to like Turbos or Cetus and start making 150, 200, 250% on your SUI without losing out on the upside. So that's going to be part 2. But in part 1, I just want to talk about how you can make free money, basically. Like this is as free as it gets, and 40% on your stables is no joke. I'm also going to walk you through this step by step. So as you can see, I have $47,000, almost $48,000 supplied. $37,000 of that is SUI. Of course, we've been talking about SUI for a very long time. We were going heavy last year yield farming it. Almost all of this is house money and it's free, which is super awesome. We were yield farming this stuff when it was half a dollar. We got a bunch of free SUI. And now we've definitely ridden that price appreciation and have made a nice chunk of change. So this value keeps going up. Now, I don't want to lose out on the upside of SUI. I still believe there's a lot of potential. So I don't want to like yield farm this because, again, I could potentially lose out on the upside of it. So what can I do? Well, I can use Navi protocol. I can supply it for a whole 4% APY, but that's not why I do it. I can supply my SUI so I don't lose out on the upside. And then I can jump over to the borrow side of Navi protocol and actually borrow against that SUI in a healthy manner. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I borrowed just over $10,000 of this wrapped USDC because I can borrow it at 8.8%. I swapped it over to USDC. Then I supplied that USDC for 46%. And I'm actually going to take another $10,000 and I'm actually going to take another $15,000 and do it yet again. So I'm going to go over to the borrow here. I'm going to go down to wrapped USDC. If you're asking why don't I just borrow USDC, because it's going to cost me 52% and this strategy would make no sense. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to borrow another $15,000 of it. Perfect. Borrow USDC. Approve. Done. Okay. Beautiful. Now, as you could see, I could supply this wrapped USDC, but I wouldn't really get a great return. And again, this strategy wouldn't make sense because I'm borrowing it at 8%. So I'm just going to head on over to swap. I'm going to swap this $15,000 of wrapped USDC for USDC. Done. Max. Swap. Confirm. And done. And I'll just go on down here, click supply. Bam. And again, I had $10,000 sitting in my wallet already. So I'm going to supply a total of $25,000. Supply USDC. Wham, bam, done, approve, boom. And so in a way, I have taken on some leverage, but again, I'm in a stable coin here for the lending, so I don't have to worry too much about that, making 46% return on that. Love it. I do have to make sure that I'm aware of my health factor, but there's almost no downside risk to this. As long as you watch the price of SUI and you're still bullish on SUI, what you're really doing is you're just taking whatever you're holding for the bull run anyways. And instead of it just sitting there and doing nothing for you, you're making 46% returns in a completely risk-free way. You're not taking on any more risk than you would be just holding SUI. And so I love it when I find opportunities like this. And as you know, I lend in many different ways. And again, we can do videos on this all day long. Over on Aave, I have a profit-taking wallet. So as I take profit from my DeFi portfolio, I lend it out, make an extra 7% here, which again, isn't necessarily life-changing, but now I have dry powder to deploy into the markets when the opportunities present themselves. Over on Polygon, $29,000 at 9%. BNB, again, 8-9%. So let's just say, 8-9-10% on about $150,000 lent overall. And I'm doing the exact same strategy here. I've got, roughly $200,000 worth now of ETH and BTC. This was... last video, I think this was worth around 180,000, but because BTC and ETH keep going up in price, I can lock it up and then I can borrow against it, which I still have $54,000 borrowed. I keep paying down this debt. And with this, I'm yield farming over on VFAT and actually a little bit on XtraFi right now. Taking on a healthy amount of leverage, I could take another 50 grand right now if an opportunity presented itself in the market, and I'd still be in a healthy loan to value ratio. Again, I built $1 million DeFi portfolio, and what's really cool is as your portfolio keeps growing, you can take on less and less risk. Sure, you'll make less percentage-wise, but that percentage-wise could cover your lifestyle, and there's a freedom to that. I posted something on social media 3 days ago, and I had a whole bunch of messages like, I can't believe you posted that. What if you lose followers? What if people, I don't care. To me, that's freedom. And I think when you have a constant stream of income from a DeFi portfolio, you'll find that you can be much more of yourself and you care less and less what people think. There's a freedom to that. So again, just coming back to Navi, this is part 1 where we're doing something in a really, really safe manner. If you'd like a part 2 where we actually take this 36,000 and instead of making 48% returns, we make 200+% returns, which we can yield from this on Turbos or on Cetus, then do let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do a walkthrough for you on that. This YouTube channel is free, always will be free. We don't run ads on this YouTube channel, but there is a small favor, and we could call it a cost of admission that I ask is just simply like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below, let me know what landed, and if this video or this channel has been helpful to you, share it with someone you know or an audience or a Telegram group or WhatsApp group. We want more people in DeFi. The opportunity is here, and the opportunity is not going anywhere over the next decade. The space is only going to grow, and to me, like, this is the answer to corrupt banks and Wall Street and centralized entities that reserve all the best opportunities for the highest net worth individuals in the world. I'm like, this, it doesn't matter if you have $1, 1,000, or 10 million, the opportunity remains the exact same for the individuals in DeFi, and that really excites me. So do share this video with someone you think this could serve. This channel does not grow without your support, and with that said, we'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you want a part 2. Peace.